Wrecking Crew, mic check 1 2. What's going on, RPG fans? This is your host ClashSK, and I'm here with the shine of the Rhine, Tasty Sweet.
Hello.
And what we're doing today is we're trying to answer the question: is Nier Automata too hard for beginners?
Is it?
Let's see. In this series of video, we are trying the most challenging games out there, and seeing how far we can get and how much fun we can have with our little limited casual skills.
That's me.
Yeah, listen, it's both of us really. And today it's Tasty who's trying hard to impress us with the Nier Automata's nimble footwork and exciting heals.
Oh,
And
yeah.
let's see how far we go with 2B. And let us know what you think in the comments. Subscribe to the channel for more content about RPGs and adventure games. And let's get to it.
Oh.
Okay, so here we are through the name. So for those who don't know what Tasty is trying to find out what's going to be, what should be called, because it's a hard question. Nier Automata was developed by PlatinumGames, the same guys that developed Astral Chain on the Nintendo Switch. For those who like a bit of an action RPG game, I had that; it was decent. And they've also developed Bayonetta. Start the name with Stage of the Casual. Yes, we will. We're going to play normal mode. I think it's the point of the whole thing.
I was gonna go.
Because anything in easy is easy, obviously. So we're gonna play in normal mode.
It's supposed to make me happy as a player, though.
It's not.
Understood. Once you reach their anti-air defenses, proceed to manually.
You know, not every game is Yoshi's Island, yeah. So Tasty is hoping that Nier Automata would be in a Yoshi's Island setting,
Hello, I
right?
can't see.
But that's not what it is, all right? Alert!
Requesting permission to engage. Permission granted.
That one's fine. R1. This is not R1. Yeah, R1.
70 down.
How slow is this guy?
Is
Is he supposed to help me or not?
No, he's not. You're on your own.
But why is there another guy then?
Going in the 3D mode, like in Star Fox 64, for those who remember that. You can turn your direction with the right stick without moving your left stick as well. So you don't accidentally go into stuff. So Nier Automata is a game that if you smoke over your main coating, it gets better.
But it's very pretty. I like that about the game.
Well, it's still pressing colors but saving the world is a tough ask. Not everybody can do it. Only 2 of us. Careful.
Oh, really?
Careful. You can. Yep. Careful. Won't get time.
That was easier last time I played in this.
I don't think it was, but
It really was. It was so much slower.
level up. Level 2. You see, it gets busy pretty quickly when you're not methodical about how you deal with the enemies, but it's not particularly good. But you can always overcome it if you think straight and use every tool you have, really, like most games. But in this game especially, the timing for dodges and all that kind of stuff is very generous. Very generous. But, it can get overwhelming, so... Oh! So we're doing particularly well, which has this thing, some of us sometimes we move in the direction in which we shoot. That's what's going on here, I think. Oh, that's your guy. Use the sword. The sword.
I don't have my
Triangle. You don't? Yeah, I knew you did. Trivialize that little part. It's tough to kill him, but here we go. Can still hurt him. Yeah, you did hurt it.
I didn't.
Look at that.
That's what I mean with pretty.
A John Woo entrance and a superhero landing for 2B. You couldn't start any better.
In heels.
With the katana. Oh my god. This was made for weebs.
Alert. Large enemy group detected.
Alright, let's see. Yeah, you're gonna have to do some dodging now. Move, he said. Square light attack. Okay, this seems to be the peaceful kind. She's a healer in Final Fantasy 14 after all. She's I don't think she's understood the concept of Okay, let's just okay. Oh, kicked. Oh yeah. The size of the Empire State Building.
Is that our target?
Remember, R2 to dodge is the key button in this game. The invulnerability window is fairly generous. As long as you press it. When he's spinning, I think you don't want to attack. You want to dodge.
I did pick it.
It's R2.
I'm gonna kill him like that. See you guys in 3 hours.
2 hours later. That was the new shot. There you go. The android is broken. We have to start over. That's how we learn, right? The Yoha force was annihilated, and Earth went on to become a paradise for machines. This is the game over message in this game. Pretty gruesome message of responsibility, Spider-Man. Let's try again. All the way from the beginning. Savage.
Okay, continue. Really?
Or some kind of punishment?
Took a screenshot. Alright,
I
take
often
2.
think about the god who blessed us with this cryptic puzzle, and wonder if we'll ever have the chance to kill him.
So as we said before, the idea when there's a lot of people blanketing the screen with stuff is to just not panic, not lose focus of what you're trying to do, which is clearing the screen while dodging the stuff that you cannot clear with your own firepower. But the problem is the controls kind of change because sometimes it's scrolling view, sometimes it's 3D view, so you don't have a lot of time to get used to it. But usually the name of the game in those phases is to try and control the screen. There we go. Here we are. Now the big enemy is not difficult when you, yeah, I know, right? It's the Thor spirit landing Hela in Thor Ragnarok. Big katana there. China. Here comes the champ, China. Here comes China. That's your robot. Yeah. Friendly fire is not enabled in this game, guys. Don't worry. You cannot kill your own robot like this. Try to do now unless you're in.
This is so slow.
I told you earlier, but you're not listening. I said the heavy attacks are not worth it. Honestly, they're not. You don't have to press anything at any time before it connects, and you'll be fine. All right, here we go. These games, you dodge, you poke a couple of times, you dodge. Poke, dodge. Don't be greedy and don't be reckless. You'll be fine. Focus, the L1 or whatever it is. There, go.
You don't say.
Dodge. Again. I wouldn't use the triangle. 2. Alright, keep firing because that will clear some of the bubbles. And then dodge when he comes. Dodge. Let's circle. When he's like this waiting around, that's when you have to go in with the sword. It does considerably more damage than the fire. Dodge. Don't use triangles this time. Fire always. Fire will always help. Dodge. Nice. Circle.
Program download complete.
Thank you.
L1. Report. Never stop firing. Fire. Dodge.
I did dodge.
Oh, you're too slow. And you're still pressing triangle. I mean, you're very difficult to listen. Don't press triangle.
You
It's
said
too slow.
I don't press triangle when I was pressing square before. That's why I pressed the other button because I didn't know which one is which.
Okay. So my mistake. Sorry for not saying don't press whatever button you're pressing now. But it was clearly triangle. You have to dodge this or you'll die. Auto heal. Okay. That's still triangle. Yeah, I'm sure. Listen, it's, you know, if you have all the tips I can give. Now that would have been a good time to explain the tips. dodge. Okay. You can jump with a cross, get higher, and then you go to attack it. It will be important later.
I'll work my way inside from the ground.
Tasty is just making 2B walk around just to see the awesomeness of her walk.
I have to walk some.
She could run, but you know, she's deciding not to. See that, right? But in the 2D mode, you just have to fire, and you will do most of the work of staggering, right? And then you can just, you know, mow your way through. As Taste is demonstrating with the utmost skillfulness.
What?
I don't usually get a partner. It's kind of
Cute.
fun.
Emotions are prohibited.
Shut up.
Yeah,
It's cute.
take that.
And another thing.
Emotions
stop
are prohibited,
calling me
says
man.
Tasty.
Huh?
How do I switch on the light again?
Doesn't matter. Smash around. Alright. And this is a Terminator 2 factory. Judgment Day.
Ooh. What? What?
Oh, should got a lot of things in place. So the invulnerability frame of the dodge is honestly, I think it's over a second. It's just crazy. It's crazy degenerate. And also the thing that's good is that there is no stamina in this game, so you can pretty
Oh,
much
fuck off.
dodge, you know, for 5 minutes if you want to. I find that this game has, you know, more than an RPG. It really has like a Musou feeling to it to some extent, because sometimes the screen is filled with enemies that will die in like 2 or 3 hits. Honestly, they are not at all a challenge from the Jrpg perspective, and you just have to mow through them, and it's very satisfying when it works out your way. You know, when it doesn't work out your way, you get very frustrated. Oh, it's a nice slap in your face. Nice. So what just happened, for those who noticed, is
Oh, come on.
is a counter strike. So when you dodge something with perfect timing, 2B will then launch the enemy into the air to go into an air combo. So when there's a bunch of them, the launch strike will launch all of them. And then you'll have a good chance to do some great damage to everyone that was thrown in the air. But it's usually difficult because it requires precise timing.
She walks a bit like Sarah just in the park. The shape of her legs.
Oh, that's because she's skinny, though, you're saying that.
No.
I can see what you mean, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's not, warning it. So, lock first, very important.
Response from long-range communication.
And when it comes to you, press R2 when it's close to you. Just press. Do that too. Later on, it will swipe the area you want to show it. Nice. Oh, it's breaking the dent. I don't even notice. I was just mashing it when it was near here. It's good. So that means there would be some. Careful, there's another one coming closer. Yep. Listen, I would. Yep. Press again. Nice. Again. Press. Extremely generous windows, as I said, but that's what makes it cool. Press. Good. Mash. Mashed potatoes. Focus. Yeah, nice. Right. Mash. Also, attacking helps you killing the bubbles that are, don't wait for opportunity. Be careful, he's gonna come in. You have to run around, sit on the floor to avoid that. Final Fantasy 14 styles. All cover used. Oh, he's submerging! Like the emerald weapon in Final Fantasy. We're taking a nice stroll. There's no urgency in the step of 2B. She's like Terminator. She doesn't need to run. Or like Captain Holt. She just needs to, power walk. It's a much more efficient way of hurrying. Are you too young to know that power working is a much more pure way of hurrying? Burn. Burn.
Ah,
It's all happening.
man. Oh, that's his stuff, huh? That's good stuff.
Yes.
That's good stuff.
Receive. Usage rights transferred from 9S
Oh, the
to
little
2B.
guy can drive it.
Requesting
fun.
acknowledgement.
I don't think he can. It's just like R2D2 in Star Wars. He comes in to be, you know, pod support. I think we have a get close.
It talks?
In your face.
I didn't know the
In
machine
your
had
face.
that kind of intelligence.
Decent dodge. We take it.
I found a weakness in the target. Hacking in to provide support.
I can't get total, can I?
Right, it's coming. It's coming.
To be the control on the enemy.
Look at that for skills.
Use your pod.
Mad skills.
Be able to take it over.
I told you to shut up!
The stakes are high, people. Whoa! It's a straight hit.
That wasn't me.
Control.
It's a direct hit onto Tasty's face. To be Tasty's face, sorry.
Marking weak point.
Go.
It's pretty epic, guys, the way they make it all look like.
Affirmative.
You feel like the stakes are high, you know that? They're really high.
That's what I like about it.
Adjusted. Balance controls overridden.
That's what they were going for in Final Fantasy 15 in a lot of these G-Force fights. I call it G-Force because of Final Fantasy 8.
Face slap.
Nice. And again.
Face
Boom!
slap. Fuck off.
Boom! Slap. So that's what they were going for, especially in the Leviathan fight. And I think it was a catastrophe what it ended up being. You just, pressing one button, not really knowing what's going on, and the game does everything for you. It's really underwhelming in terms of.
You just die already!
Sorry, what?
I think it might have been a little bit more epic in Japanese the way she says "shine" or something like "kurai" or something, but just da already is a bit, too grammatically correct in English. I feel for this,
It's never too grammatical correct for German people, so.
I think this is a little bit sexist what you said, but the
No, because I'm a woman, I'm not
Oh.
allowed. If I'm hot,
okay.
you're not allowed.
I'm the men's. I'm not less in the story, so I'm fine. But one of the things you want to be doing when you start back is to go to your body and pick up the shit you left, because everything you had on you is still there. Your weapon, everything, yeah, still there.
Deploying an army of androids from a network of orbiting bases.
Oh.
But
So are we
after
playing
more
Android
than a
games?
dozen large-scale descents upon the enemy, we still haven't managed to repel the invaders. That is why you, the Yorha forces,
Some chick with incredibly big hips,
and for all.
considering her waist. This was obviously made by a black person. This game.
Must put an end.
2B, you're going to have some new weaponry installed from here on out.
Alright.
I'll put up instructions for you. Make sure to commit them to memory.
Roger. Missile barrage. One. Nice. Shame the dodge got into the other one. Nice. Level up. Level go. It's fine.
You know that you can hit these things and then hit them.
Oh, they were ready for that move.
So I can't focus on it.
If I was you, I'd kill one of the heads pretty quickly. There you go. So we will not have to go through those lasers. Nice. It's an effort from 9S actually. Considering the others in the first phase, they were completely useless. They didn't do any damage to anything, didn't they?
I've set a landing point for your flight unit.
It's ridiculous.
You'll be touching down quite a ways from the resistance camp, unfortunately. Sorry for the trouble, but we can't risk the enemy discovering their position.
Music.
Dance.
Good luck down there.
This is
Yeah. What is it good for?
So we watched Rush Hour yesterday.
Yeah. Favorite movie franchise of all time. What is it
Well, we
good
named
for?
our cats after them.
That's right. Detective James Carter and Chief Inspector Lee. Right, so we're going. Okay, so I think that's it, really.
So this is the resistance camp, huh? We should probably go
This is
talk to their
resistance camp,
leader
huh?
first thing.
So, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
So that was
Did it.
just over an hour. The death count only rose to 1. I think I'm pretty proud of that, really. I think when we do something a little bit more challenging, it will rise to something very unhealthy, and that will be a bit, a bit more fun. But we to
Will
watch,
it though?
to watch,
Will
really,
it?
to watch. But yeah, look, it's that. So that was a good try. So what is the verdict from a Tasty the Casual perspective? Is Nier Automata too hard for newcomers, for beginners? What do we think, Miss Tasty? What do you think, Miss Tasty?
It's not too hard, but it's hard. At the same time, it looks really pretty, and the voices are good, and I really like it.
Oh, you almost went into interview voice, I noticed. So, okay, it's not too hard. I think, listen, from what we've seen, the game is still fairly challenging. I think if you don't have somebody telling you, don't do this, don't do that, you can hit your head against the wall pretty quickly.
But we didn't play the easiest mode. There's one more easy.
Well, we're not meant to be playing these, well, that's the point. Anything that's an easy mode will be easy, right? We want to just play normal mode.
Displayed from the system menu.
So, yeah, so that's that.
It's hard to get an accurate picture from this. Our
It
satellite
was fun,
resolution
and it's
isn't
pretty.
so high.
I have to say,
Hopefully they
by the
deploy
way, it's
some new
pretty. Have I
satellites.
mentioned that it's pretty?
yeah, I don't think that's what we want to hear, but yeah, okay. So
Don't
it
let
was
anything
not
get in your way,
like
dude.
pulling your hair out. So
No.
verdict is that it is not too hard for beginners.
No.
So if you can catch Nier Automata on PS4 or I think on PC as well.
Really?
I think it is on PC as well, I'm not sure, but I think Nier Automata on PS4 for sure. At a reduced price, I think you should. It's a good game, it has decent story. It has great action combat, and if you are, nimble enough on your feet, it can get really fun. There's decent progression systems and managing of equipment and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's worth it. Voila! Thank you very much for watching. This was Tasty, Tasty Tries. Is it too hard for Tasty? Really, is what we should call it. But
Yeah.
well, it isn't. Yeah, we could, but let's just be a little bit more neutral about it. Is it too hard for beginners? Because you're a beginner at Nier Automata. There you go. Thank you very much. Let us know what you think in comments and blah blah blah. If you liked it, please let us know too. If you didn't like it, let us know that with the dislike button. It's feedback, as I say always. And voila. We'll see you in the next video, in the next game. Tasty will try something dramatically harder. I'm thinking Neo 2. I think it's going to be great.
No.
I cannot wait.
No.
But until then, remember, as usual,
Finish strong.
but start casual.